And this is a very visual demonstration. This was also extremely emotional as we heard testimony from people who lost their loved ones to drug overdoses, whether that be fentanyl or other drugs. In fact, take a listen to what this mom had to say.
On May 5th of that year, Connor took one pill before going to school that day and died within minutes. I cannot bring my son back, but I know speaking today, as well as at many San Diego County events, I'm hoping I make a difference in fighting this epidemic.
And that was Mom Laura Brinker White. Her son Connor, as you just heard, was 17 when he died of an overdose that happened back on May 5th, 2021. He took a pill just before school and died within minutes. His story, one of heartbreak, and unfortunately one that we've seen far too often here in San Diego County. In fact, there were purple flags that were put out here on the lawn in front of the county administration building to represent the more than 1,300 people lost to drugs and alcohol in San Diego County just last year alone. In fact, 62% of those deaths, of those accidental overdose deaths, involved fentanyl. So again, that being one of the main contributors to this issue. In 2022, the youngest victim was 15, the oldest was 78. So today, moms, as you just heard, like Laura, also local leaders and advocates called for action, also for more awareness on the issue. They want to see not only enforcement addressed, but also the root causes of addiction.
Instead of just thinking that if we stop the supply, the demand that we have is going to stop, and that's not the case. We need to not only stop the supply, but we need to work more on the demand, because if we don't have the drugs, it doesn't mean the people that are addicted are not going to be drug addicts and have these issues anymore.
And that was the mother of Eric Gonzalez, who also lost her son there just before he turned 22. And again, we heard a lot of stories about heartbreak and how you are seeing these families who aren't just, again, losing their loved ones. They're dealing with the trauma themselves, but then trying to turn that, to use that for good. And of course, as we just pointed out here, Narcan, obviously a big component of this, making sure that that's available for those who are going through the struggles of addiction, so that we can potentially save more lives and hopefully get them on the path to sobriety. Again, all of these things go hand in hand, and that was what today was about, trying